Welcome to the live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, guys and girls. Welcome to the live streaming. Hope that you had a great trading day, starting the day with quite a few high impact news today coming up. So we see the market is very volatile because of the JPY, as well as we saw early today AUD and also gold news coming. So we can expect a good move in the market. I'll be looking at one by one all the pairs, how we are doing at the moment. So if we look at, we saw that Euro JPY and also quite a few JPY moving very well. So if we look at the market, looking at the Forex Factory calendar, first of all, looking at the calendar to see starting the day with a good move in the market. So looking at here, today is, you can say, Tuesday. 19th of March, JPY very volatile, there's no doubt about it. AUD also was very volatile. Later coming up, CAD news, which is 11:30 p.m. that will also make very volatile all the instrument. Now at the moment, let's see what we have. There is a GBP news coming tomorrow, and then also FOMC. So very good movement might happen in the market. So I will be looking at one by one all of them. So first of all, let's see, as you can see early today, JPY was very volatile. It's still very volatile. That is also impacting gold and all the instrument. We saw euro dollar also had a massive drop from that level. So let's look at one by one to see how the market is evolving in that area, including the Euro JPY. We saw there is a big bullish move here, and I have opened a buy, which in fact has gone to some profit. Again, has come down, still running in profit. We will be waiting to see how the market is reacting in that area. So we will see how the market might be doing at the moment. And if we look at the overall picture in the market, I will be starting with, first of all, GBP JPY to see what's happening, and also dollar yen. And I would appreciate your support to the channel by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Will be much there is a lot of content in the channel. If you subscribe, definitely everything you can find in your homepage. Let me know, guys, when you are here so that I can start for the day. Idini, good morning, coach. Yusuf, good morning. Good morning, coach. Patrick, hello, coach. Thank you very much. Morning, coach. Thank you for joining this live session. So let's begin today's session, starting with GBP JPY to see, as we saw that there was a good move on JPY. And with that good move on JPY, we saw quite a few instruments such as the GBP JPY and Euro JPY has got a huge momentum in it. So starting with GBP JPY to see overall picture in the market. Now looking at the GBP JPY, you can see it's a strongly bullish market. Starting with this daily move on GJ, what we can see that from the daily perspective, starting with this daily bullish candle, GJ has made a huge bounce to the upside. And if we look at the weekly chart on GBP JPY, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is a weekly bullish pin bar, and this weekly candlestick pattern on GJ quite predictable. If you look at, guys, you see there's a gap opening. First of all, gap down after this bullish pin bar, and we have seen there is a huge bounce to the upside on GJ. Now if we look at the monthly, where we can see a bit more clearer picture on GJ, there is a monthly middleman, as you can see, and with that monthly middleman, the market has made a good move to the upside. And with that move, currently the price is breaking out of this resistance level. Now if we look at the daily chart on GJ, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily impulse here on GBP JPY, and this is a very important level of resistance here on GJ. And if we look at the intraday time frame on GBP JPY, you can see that there is a liquidity graph. It's a huge bullish candle. a pullback, and we have seen another bullish engulfer. Currently the price in a pullback on the lower time frames, which is potentially a bullish market structure. Now if we look at the 1 hour chart and also the 15 minutes, what we see that there is the price action here is potentially bullish. There is a drop, and that happened especially on Tokyo session, or at the end of the Tokyo session before the London session. We saw the breakdown, and that's a manipulation. And what I think that the market now may try to break this high to create a new higher high. So we'll be waiting to see how GJ is moving. At the moment it's showing potentially bullish market structure, as we are trade on Euro JPY, also GJ moving almost in the similar fashion. I will be also discussing about the Euro JPY, how it is doing. Francis, hello coach, thank you very much. Renzi, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Supernature coach, good morning. Good morning. Pele, good morning. Thank you very much, and good morning for joining the live session, guys. Let me know if you are here. Thank you for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. If you give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, you can access all the content in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy in the channel. So let's look at on Euro JPY. We saw that there is a, you see, with the weakness on JPY, though Euro looks a bit weaker, but with the Euro JPY, we saw there is a bounce here on Euro JPY. And if you look at this 30 minutes candle, what we can see, I was bullish from here with a very tight, only 10 pip stop loss, which in fact has gone a good profit. Now has come down for a pullback, expecting it to bounce back to the upside on Euro JPY. It formed a reversal pattern here. I'm expecting it to break to the upside. Let's see how the market is evolving in that zone. Now looking at this time frame from the 1 hour, there is a 1 hour drop. From the 4 hour as well on Euro JPY, we can see that this is the bullish engulfer followed by another bullish candle, and we can see that in this lower time frame here on Euro JPY, this is a, you can see in that area there is a drop, and the market is trying to form a potential bullish market structure here on Euro JPY. So 15 minutes also, it's consolidating here, expecting it to bounce back up. We are already on a trade from this level. Okay, so we are running some profit on that. I want to do what I want to do on Euro JPY is taking some profit away and then moving the stop loss at entry. So I will be taking 50% profit off on Euro JPY, and then we'll keep move the stop loss at entry. So I have closed a half position and then moving the stop loss at entry. I will be explaining later the trade. So I'll be moving the stop loss at entry. So let's see what kind of opportunity we have on Euro JPY. Starting with, first of all, on EuroJPY. Let's see first of all where is the next opportunity on EuroJPY. If you look at the daily chart, where we can see that from the daily also EuroJPY is a bull market. If you look at from here, we can see that starting from this level, a bullish strong impulse followed by consolidation, deeper correction, and now we see that EuroJPY has got another bounce to the upside, and it's a very strongly bullish market at the moment. If you look at, and we're waiting for the price to give us the full hit. Now, what was the reason behind this trade that I have opened? Now you can see there is a drop here on EuroJPY, and that drop is on this very important liquidity zone. And if you look at this here, this is a significant level of support here, and with that support, what we saw, there is a long wick candle. And with that long wick candle, expecting EuroJPY to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So we'll be waiting on EuroJPY for the price to revert back to the upside. If you closely look at, you can see that there is a series of lower high in that area on EuroJPY, and expecting for this price to break out, pull back, and then to go for another breakout. Let's see what we do. Currently it's a break-even trade, so I have moved the stop loss at entry, and this is also based on our liquidity trading system. If you guys have seen our liquidity system, probably you know that. And let me see, good morning Timonic. Look at GBP USD. I will be looking at GBP USD as well. So looking at GBP USD, if we look at GBP USD, if you look at, there was a huge breakdown on GBP USD. We have seen that with this candle along with the euro dollar, there is a big drop on this market. And I will be looking at first of all euro dollar, and then we'll be looking at GBP USD as well. I think that euro dollar is coming down to a level where we might see potential bounce back up. If you look at the weekly chart, guys, euro dollar coming to a very important support level. There is a weakless candle on euro dollar. Now this is a weakless candle, and if you look at this market on euro dollar, this is an impulse here on euro dollar. We can expect for the price to come back down to the correction level where there is a weakless candle on euro dollar. And with that weakless candle, we'll be waiting for euro dollar to break down, to grab a deeper liquidity, and then to bounce back to the upside. And if you look at here, we can see that there is a weakless candle, and that weakless candle is quite significant. And with that weakless candle, expecting euro dollar to drop back below this level, grab that liquidity, and then to bounce back to the upside on euro dollar. So if we look at the lower time frame price action on euro dollar, we can see that there is a, you can see this is a weakless candle here, and with this weakless candle, okay, so this is a very important liquidity zone on euro dollar. Okay, so this is a weakless candle in that area, and expecting euro dollar to break below this level to grab much more liquidity, and then to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. So if we look at on euro dollar, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is a doji here in that zone, and with the doji, expecting euro dollar to retest this support, break this low, and then to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame on euro dollar, there is a, you can see this is a weakless candle, a big bounce, and expecting euro dollar to come back down below this level, and then to grab liquidity, and then to revert back to the upside. So if we look at on euro dollar, if you look at, this is a very important level of support here, and with that support, okay, so if we look at, this is a support level, and from the 1 hour and from the 4 hour, expecting for the price to drop or even candle close below, and after that we could see a reversal here, because the weekly chart, if we look at, there is a weekless candle, and with that weekless candle, okay, so with this weekless candle, expecting euro dollar to break down and then to revert back to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame price action on euro dollar, so here is a very important support level, and what we can see that the market to break below this level and grab that liquidity, and after grabbing that liquidity, then to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. So from the daily perspective on euro dollar, this is the daily chart, and if you look at here, it's a big drop to this support level. The market is coming to this liquidity zone, and with that liquidity zone, it's dropping down to this support level, so which is a support level, which is weekless candle, almost there. And I think that we might see potential reaction to the upside on euro dollar from this level, as this market already overextended on the lower time frame a lot, expecting it to drop down, grab the liquidity, and then to bounce back to the upside to create a new higher high. Guys and girls, hope that you are enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support if you give a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. And let me know which one you are looking at. Today is a very very volatile day, and with this volatile day, expecting for the price to especially the gold and JPY pairs might have a good movement. So euro JPY, guys, euro JPY, we saw that has dropped back to that support level again. Still we are on the trade the second half. So if it breaks down, then we might be break even for the next half, because it might take us out of the trade for the rest half. But in case if it is breaking out, then we will be taking the full TP on this one. Let me see how the market is doing. And gold is having a huge breakdown at the moment. So big drop on gold. Huge drop on gold. And if you look at the daily chart, let's look at the gold, guys. Do you want to see the gold at the moment? Gold coming to a very important support level. So let's see what kind of morning from South Africa. Thank you very much, morning. Reward, look at gold. Yeah, gold. Hello, thank you very much. Thank you, gold. Yep, please, euro, AUD. Yeah, we will be looking at that. First of all, let's quickly look at gold to see how the market is doing. Guys, before I jumping on the gold, I see that the likes and view are very disproportional. I will appreciate if you give a smash to the, if you give a thumbs up, and if you can make this like to 50, will be much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that I would recommend you to do that. There is a lot of content that will help you in your journey in trading. So let's quickly look at, if you look at gold here, what do we see? That this is a, you can see it's a huge drop on gold, and that drop, this is a massive drop so far on the lower time frame. Now let's find out what gold is basically trying to do. This interesting fact is that from the daily, gold is still maintaining series of lower high in that area. And if you look at the weekly chart, what we can see that from the weekly, this is a bearish candle followed by another red bearish candle. If you look at the monthly, here we can see that from the monthly, a bullish candle with a long wick at the top, and which basically any deeper drop on gold is an opportunity for potential bullish, because long-term perspective, gold is a bull market, so any drop is a potential for a pullback. Now if we look at the weekly chart on gold, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly impulse followed by a very narrow correction here with a very smaller candle is being formed, and the price has broken the weekly low. And I'm not very convinced that gold will have a big drop, which could be, but because it's a long-term bull market, we might see that gold is coming down and then bouncing back to the upside. Now from the daily chart on gold, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily, this is a very important level of resistance coming up on the daily, which is turning to support here. So if we look at the previous daily low, this is the previous daily low, and what I think that gold might, gold might break this daily low, and then we could see that a reverse back to the upside on gold. Now here is what we can see. The market is, you see, this is a clean move to the downside on gold, which is basically a very important sign of potential. If you look at here, you can see it's a big drop to this support level, to this neckline, and I will be waiting for gold to break even the daily low for another potential entry. The way gold has dropped to this liquidity zone, chances for this price to drop further and then to revert back up, because this is the daily low, and any break below this level, I will look for potential buying opportunity on gold. Because this market, if you look at, guys and girls, there is a big bounce from here, and one of you yesterday said that gold might be in a sideways. That's what happened. Well done. Now we see that the market basically didn't move much, instead it dropped back to that level. So it has dropped back to this order block. Now the most important part here is to see if gold is being able to break this daily low, which is absolutely important to see that gold has broken the daily low, and then based on that information, we can look for any kind of entry opportunity on gold. Let's see how the market is doing. Okay, so we'll be looking to see how we can find an entry, especially let's see if gold is being able to break 2146 level, then it's gonna drop below the previous daily low. I think that break of the previous daily low will be an opportunity to see if there is any reversal confirmation for another bounce to the upside. It might even range in that narrow zone, because gold, if you look at the daily, it's in a very narrow range, and break of support here with the news also could happen, and it might even break to 2141 level. Retesting this could bounce back to the upside. The way the market has dropped, definitely I will be looking to find bullish opportunity rather than bearish here. Let me know, guys, what's your view on gold? What do you think that which way gold is heading at the moment? I'll be posting a poll here to see what you guys are thinking. Do you think that gold is breaking this daily low? So do you think that gold is breaking this daily support? So let me know, guys, what do you think about gold? Okay, so you think that gold is, let me know what's your view on that. So I posted a poll. We see that there is a long week candle is being formed on the 1 hour chart. which is basically a very important level here, which is a very significant level of liquidity zone. We'll be looking at that. From the 1 hour chart, it's a big drop to this support level. And this is a previous resistance turning support here. So this is a long wick doji. Now we need to see how the market is evolving in that area. If we look at the euro dollar, we can see some kind of pullback coming from that zone. There's a 4-hour candle closing. I think that before the 4-hour candle close, expecting it to retest the weekly low. If the market break this weekly low, it might straight go back up again, which is also possible to go back up to the resistance again on the daily time frame on euro dollar. Euro JPY is still on. Okay, so you see that Euro JPY from the lower time frame, the market is from here, it's bouncing back to the upside, expecting it to go back up to create a new higher high. Euro AUD, super. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Euro JPY on 15 minutes, there are 4 corrective inside bars. Okay, yes, thank you very much. Morning from Zambia. Then good morning, thank you very much for joining. This is Bitcoin 2144 gold to buy. So you think the 2144, I see that there is a initial bounce on that. What is your insight on dollar CAD? There is a CPI. Yeah, so we'll be looking at dollar CAD, guys. As you know that there is a CPI coming later today, and with that CPI, we might see that dollar CAD getting very volatile. We will be looking at dollar CAD as well. So looking at dollar CAD here, what we can see, let's look at dollar CAD to see how the market is doing. So looking at the daily chart on dollar CAD, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily resistance here. Okay, so which is the daily resistance, and from the daily perspective, dollar CAD is a very strongly bull market. As you can see, huge bullish engulfer followed by 2 daily dojis, and then today we see another bullish move on dollar CAD. So from the daily, and also we saw there is a huge reversal here. So dollar CAD from the bigger picture perspective, which is potentially bullish, we can see that on dollar CAD. And from the intraday perspective on dollar CAD, we can see that from the lower time frame, which is also showing bullish. Now here is, you can see huge liquidity candle. This kind of candle is very powerful because it has broken from a very significant level of support. Guys, this is what also, if you go back to our VIP Zoom classes, we have seen that the price basically revert from that level, from this important support level. And if you look at our VIP Zoom class in our previous sessions and also consecutive previous sessions, you'll see that basically liquidity candle that we discussed about is where we have seen the market has formed that kind of liquidity candle that we discussed, exactly what we need to trade the market. And you can see the market in fact has made a huge move from that level. And there is another one also the same way, the liquidity candle. Now liquidity candle is very, very powerful because this is how the market grabs the liquidity before it takes the move. Now, how do you know when the market is grabbing liquidity? Well, you can know it from the price action confirmation. That's where we learn that liquidity candle. So when you see that the market form a liquidity candle in a specific time frame, this is where huge move happen in the market. Guys, the market is moved by big money. This is where the real trading is, because as a retail trader, if all retail trader all together trade in one instrument, it might even not move much. The huge move happen from the institutional money. Institutional trader moves the money. So how do you know when institutional trader is moving the market? This is where you will be knowing from the liquidity, because let me explain the concept why institutional trader needs the liquidity to move that market, guys. This will open your eyes completely how the market moves, because knowing a mechanism is absolutely important. See, if you're a driver, just learn to drive a car is just a normal. But if you are a mechanic, okay, so and then once you learn how to drive, it becomes much easier for you to understand. So if you look at the mechanism perspective of a market, so let's say this is an important level of resistance, right? So why it is important to know why they need to move the market based on liquidity. So if the price is going back up to that resistance, has returned back from that resistance, has gone back up again, okay, so which we call a level of resistance, right? Because the market has reversed multiple times from that level. So when it happens, traders started to believe that, okay, in the past the market has dropped from that level, so we might see that again the market might be dropping, because what happened in the past is likely to happen in the future, right? Which is in fact true to all aspect. Okay, so if you look at even that our brain pattern, okay, so people normally repeat the past, right? That's how you can predict a person what happened based on the past in the future, because we normally repeat a cycle in everything. According to science, a man thinks 90% of the thinking in a man is repetitive. So what we thought yesterday, 9 out of 10 will be thinking today, and thinking creates that neural pathway in the brain that repeats certain activities, certain event, that becomes our reality, right? So past repeated, and that's how past repeated in the market. Okay, so if you look at the resistance here, because the market has dropped in the past multiple times, so the traders started to believe, like every trader, like including me, believe that, okay, so the market might be dropping because the only reference that we have is based on the past. And now what happened, that when a lot of traders sell this market, when you put a sell order in the market, so your sell order, you put a stop loss, so that stop loss is a buy order. That's the secret that you need to know, guys. So you think that you are selling, everyone think that, okay, I'm selling, I put a sell order in the market, but your stop loss is a buy order. Okay, so your stop loss is a buy order. And now buy order means that you are telling your broker, if the market moves above to this level that where I put the stop loss, I will buy. So when you are buying, okay, so when you are buying, now when you are buying, someone on the other side need to sell. Try to understand, guys. Here you are a seller. Okay, so here you are a seller. Okay, now when you are a seller, your stop loss is a buy order, right? So your stop loss is a buy order. And when you are buying, so when the price is here, everyone is buying who put their stop loss. And now big boys are selling because this price is high. they need a higher price to sell the market, right? That's how the market moves. Now they need a higher price to sell, and now when they are selling, everybody who was seller here turned into a buyer. Now they are selling, and that's where the liquidity grab, that's where you see that market grab that huge liquidity and then drop. So how can you use that information in your advantage? Well, to use in your advantage, you need to wait for that to happen, because when the market grab that huge amount of liquidity, the market prepare for a bigger move. And that's why you see that if you look at that dollar CAD market from the intraday, you can see whenever the market grab that liquidity, the market has made a big move towards the upside to create a new higher high. And as a result, we see that this market is trending in that area, expecting for this price to you can see this is a bullish move from the lower time frame as well, expecting for this price to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So at the moment, as CAD news is coming, okay, so as CAD news is coming, this instrument getting very volatile, and this is the daily level that I'm expecting today CAD to go ahead and break. So we might see that on dollar CAD any pullback, the 4-hour candle closing in 20 minutes. So you can see it's already made a move, it's approaching that resistance. So I will not be a fan of buying from here at the moment. But if the next candle drop down to retest this resistance, because there is a break, resistance here, which is starting support here. So if the next candle dropping down to retest this support, we'll be looking to go long on dollar CAD. Let's see how the price is evolving in that, and based on that we will be looking to enter. Guys and girls, hope that you are enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support to the channel if you are enjoying, and give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let me see, dollar CAD, we found that level that we will be looking to go long once we find that entry opportunity. So let me see here on let me look at okay, so we can see that on that one. Let's go back to gold again to see how the market is doing on gold. Okay, here gold is consolidating in that area, expecting it for the price to this is a 30 minutes price action from 15 minutes. Also there is a consolidation on the lower time frame, and that might lead gold even to bounce back to the upside. Let's see, because the price on the daily support, I would be really happy to see that the market has made enough effort to break the daily low. Then we can look for, based on how the market is evolving in that area. DXY is very strong today once again, despite the decision on BOJ today. DXY is weak Y. So DXY, there is not much relationship with the BOJ and the DXY, but we will be looking at that. For those who do not smash the like button, there is not Kelly, thank you very much for your call out. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Giving a thumbs up will definitely help, and let me know also which instrument you are looking at. Now here is, this is a, you can see this is a very significant support, expecting gold to see how the price is reacting. It is possible for even the price to bounce back up for short term. If we see that bounce, then we can look for any kind of entry from here. Now looking at euro dollar, Okay, so it just has broken the weekly low on euro dollar. No, it's still not there, so it's just dropping down below that level. There is a weekly candle here. Okay, so breaking below that level directly on euro dollar, if it drops to 1.0835 below this level, 3433, can give a high probability for euro dollar to revert back to the upside. We'll see how the price is reacting in the next 15 minutes. Now euro JPY, we are running the rest half yet is on. We're expecting it to break out on euro JPY. Let's see how the market is doing. So gold is, we'll be looking. So we see that JPY pairs, especially GBP JPY, euro dollar, gold, all of them currently trending along with the dollar pairs. Thank you very much. Okay, here gold, see guys if it is forming any. So 15 minutes closed with a narrow candle here on gold. So we see that the market is trying to revert back from this level. So you see guys, here gold is trying to form a reversal pattern. So if we find any kind of liquidity candle in that area, we'll be looking for entry on gold. Okay, so here is gold trying to reject from this level. Let's keep watching the gold price action. And okay, so there is a huge rejection on GJ, 5 minutes. If you look at the 15 minutes, there is a big bounce. What happened with the euro JPY? So the same way we saw a bounce on euro JPY, just had a huge manipulation, took us out of the trade for the rest of the half. It's got a bounce. Let me see what's happening with the GJ. A big bullish rejection. So before, when there is a JPY news, this manipulation happens over and over again in the market. which is the common cycle. So I will be opening buy on GJ, buy market from this level. Stop loss below this pin bar, still not closed, but expecting it to revert back to the upside with 2-to-1 reward to risk trade. This is around, there will be a 30 pip stop loss on this trade. So make sure guys you do proper risk management. This is based on the liquidity candle. We see that the liquidity candle is still not closed. The reason I'm opening is we might see that move to the upside, which is a high probability. Trading is all about probability, as you know that. So make sure you keep always everything based on probability. So you always do the risk management is the key. So I'm long on GBP JPY with 2-to-1 risk to reward to risk with around 30 pip stop loss. And also I'll be sharing the same trade like the one we did in the past, just to secure one Euro JPY trade. Let's look at this one as well. Okay, so here is if we look at closely, we can see that there's a doji here on GBP JPY. So expecting it to, you can see the market has grabbed massive liquidity. Now it's trying to pull back in that area. So 5 minutes doji, is it trying to break further? Expecting it to leave that imbalance and then to bounce back up. From the 1 hour, if we look at a bit more, there is a long week candle, expecting GJ to have rejection, but at the same time, is it feeling that imbalance? From intraday, there is a candle close coming. Why it's okay, so expecting it to bounce back up. There is a 1 hour candle closing. This is the 15 minutes, which is forming. I would like to see that this one closed as a doji, a long doji that might give a potential bounce. Okay, so GJ, from this level, we see that there is a so this is where, like, the candle is closing on the 4-hour. So if it is not closing as a very satisfactory bull candle, we might be able to exit earlier than our TP target. I expected it to bounce back up, but we see that there is a rejection coming instead, which is not expected. Let's see how this one closing. This 5 minutes, expecting it to close as a, remaining in that support level. So if the candle expected to close to the upside, so next one we might see again bounce. Okay, not a very good one. So let's wait for the price. Might need to go for a break even, guys, on that. Come on. The last moment there is a rejection. So we can expect a rejection and then might be need to go for a break even. Expected to revert back, but we saw that there is a pullback. Now another bounce, we could go break even or with some profit. Let's see first of all if the candle is closing above again. Okay, so before the candle close, expecting it to go back to the resistance. So here's what we see on GJ. Okay, now we'll be waiting for a reversal back to the upside. I think we might see one more bounce that will be good for us. So we see this is the 30 minutes forming as a doji. So if the market crossing our entry with profit zone, we will be closing out, because I expected this 30 minutes to close above as a big bull candle, but it did not move that far. So now any move back to the upside, as it is forming long wick candle here, we might see a bit more consolidation, and later it might drop back down for a deeper liquidity as well. So come on. Might start a reversal. So you're 14 pip down. So the 15 minutes is, if the 15 minutes closing as a red candle, okay, so you might see that consolidation pattern. The candle close on 15 minutes is very important to see that it's bouncing up again. I'll be still holding for break to the upside, and then we can look for to see how we can manage the trade. We entered. Now let it run while we can look at what's happening with the gold. Okay, gold has got a bounce from this level. Yeah, so there is a long week candle on gold. So that's basically a bullish price action here on gold. So GJ, there is another 5 minutes candle closed. So 30 minutes closed with a red bearish candle. Now I will be moving my TP at entry. If the market is bouncing up, I will be exiting this trade break even. If the price is going back up, this is not as expected, so we will be exiting at break even. So I'm moving my TP at entry for this trade. So I'll move my TP on GBP JPY at my entry. So my price was 191.90. I will take the spread into consideration. So moving my TP at 190.92. Yeah. So I move my TP here. So to make this trade exit at entry with a commission or a spread to this level at 190.92. So if GJ is going back up to retest, we'll be going out. Otherwise, we look at the 1 hour candle closed with a long doji. Which is also now from this level, from the 4 hour closed with also a long wick candle. Price action did not close very strongly bullish, so you might see rejection in that direction. So we'll be looking at there. Now let's look at gold, what it is doing here. We can see that gold has formed a very long wick candle, and with that long wick candle, this is a big move here on gold. Okay, so for gold, any pullback in that direction will give us an entry. GJ will be waiting for the price to solve by itself, while we can see that on gold. So this is the move on gold on the 5 minutes. We'll be waiting for a pullback. Okay, so and then after this pullback, from this very small area. Okay, so from this smaller narrow zone, we can expect it to bounce back to the upside on gold. Okay, so you see there is a long wick candle here from the 1 hour on gold, and waiting for the price to drop below that level, and with this previous resistance turning support here, any break below this level or retest from that zone, we can look for potential entry. I think that gold might, because there is a rejection, if it form liquidity candle in that zone, we can look for entry opportunity on gold. Okay, guys and girls, so I hope that you are enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support by giving a thumbs up, and also if you subscribe to the channel, definitely you'll see all the content in your homepage. As you know that today is there's another big trading day coming today, later CAD news coming, and I will be covering that CAD news in this live session during the NY session live. So if you guys are passionate about trading with me, CAD session as well, CAD news, make sure you stick till the end of the next session as well coming up. And with that said, I will be exiting this live session. I think the GJ might drop, so we will be either sell or we'll go for break even. I'll keep you updated. Probably we have entered a bit earlier, so no problem. We have done the risk management, and if it goes up, then we will be exiting the break even. Next session coming up for gold is very important. We will be looking to enter gold as well, or also the dollar CAD in our NY session as soon as we find that entry. So with that said, thank you for joining the live session. I would like to see you there again, guys and girls, trading live together. Until then, stay well.